Welcome to another S&P 500 Trade Watch analysis. Today is July 31st, 2022. In this video, we will analyze the ETF for the S&P 500, the SPY, the Nasdaq 100 ETF, the QQQ, and the ETF for the Russell 2000 IWM. Stay tuned. We will first do a quick recap on last week's price action, then we'll look at what the option market is pricing in for next week for these ETF. And we'll use the volume profile and the price action to identify potential price target and scenarios. But before I begin, if you find the content in this video to be useful and informative, and you have not subscribed to this channel, click to subscribe if you'd like to see more of these videos from me. And be sure to click the thumbs up to give it a like and to help me promote this video on YouTube. Now let's begin. Now let's take a look at what we can expect for the coming week from these ETF. On this daily chart of the SPY, we see the price is moving up toward this resistance zone near the 418 level. Above this resistance zone is a potential resistance zone near the 428 and a potential support zone down near the 393 level. On this daily volume profile chart without the candlestick for the SPY, we see the balancing that it did back in the beginning of June, and the price is back in the middle of this balance area as of last Friday. At the upper edge of this balance area is this potential resistance zone, and above this resistance zone is the upper range zone of next week's expected move between 419 and 418. And below the balance area is the lower range zone of the weekly expected move between 406 and 404, with a virgin point of control near the 406 level. One nice thing with just the volume profile without the price is we can easily see the virgin point of controls and the volume profile shape. We see on Fed Day, which is last Wednesday, the profile put in a multi-distribution and also a low volume, a huge low volume zone. And next day, it put in this classic short squeeze pattern, the P shape. And then on the OPEX Friday, the following day, we saw a double distribution trend day. Now with the price back on, we see it was building value between the 397 and 395 area before the FOMC announcement. Then it took off during Fed Chair Powell press conference. Then on the following day, seller were in control in the first hour. Then a short squeeze took place. And on the OPEX Friday, the price moved back into this June balance area and started a gamma squeeze and also a trend day and finished at the middle of this balance area and on the composite point of control. Now here's what we could expect for the coming week. One of the scenarios is for the price to continue to move up and test this resistance zone, then move above this range here, this upper range of the weekly move, and get beyond this and possibly test the 420 level, and we find seller, and then it pushes back down to this point of control here near the 412 level. That's the composite point of control. Then proceed down to this lower range of the weekly move. The other scenario is for the price to move down to the lower edge of this balance area and chop around between the lower edge and also the lower range of the expected move. Then on Friday, when the non-farm payroll number comes out, and we see a break below this expected move lower range and start moving down toward this potential support area between 393 and 390, and also filling in this gap here between the 394 and 391. So these are the two scenarios that I will be keep an eye on for the coming week. And based on these two scenarios, that imply I am expecting a down week for the S&P 500 or the SPY. On this daily chart of the QQQ, we see the price move up into this potential resistance zone above the 312 and 318 level. Above it is a potential resistance zone near the 335 and a potential support zone down near the 299 level. On this 60-minute chart of the QQQ, we see the price is near this composite volume profile value area high near the 319, which is in confluence with a potential resistance zone. Above it is the upper range of the weekly expected move between 323 and 322, which is also in confluence with a low volume node. And above this low volume node, there's another low volume node near 330. And below the potential resistance zone, there is the lower range of the weekly expected move between 309 and 307, also near a high volume node and a microcomposite point of control. Now let's look at the chart with only volume profile on it. On this chart, we see the price move through this June balancing area after the Fed announcement and into this potential resistance zone. The last 3 trading sessions, the volume profile consists of multiple distributions. So here's my scenario for the coming week. First is for the price to continue to push up and move above this resistance zone and tag this upper range of this weekly move, and also tag this low volume zone. Then we find seller come back in and push the price back into this resistance zone and possibly tag this point of control here and see would it be able to hold this resistance zone. And if it doesn't, then we expect to look for the price to continue to move back into this June balance area and tag this lower range of the expected move. The other scenario is for the price to come back into this June balance area and move down to the lower range of the expected move. And this will set up a look above and fail price action, then look for the price to move down toward the lower edge of this balance area near 301 and dip into this support area near the 299, then it will put this gap in play. And these 2 scenarios imply a down week for the QQQ. On this daily chart of the IWM, we see the price has moved up above this resistance zone and up to near this potential resistance zone near 188. Above this zone is the upper range of the weekly expected move between 191.50 and 190.70. And right on this potential support zone is the lower range of the weekly expected move between 183.80 and 182.80. And below it is this potential support zone near 175. On this volume profile only chart, we see the IWM also put in multiple distribution profile after the FOMC announcement. Here are my scenarios for next week. The first one is for the price to move up into this upper range of the expected move, then get rejected and pushes back into this June balance area and make a move toward this lower range of the expected move and try to find support near this potential support zone. The other scenario is for the price to move down to this lower range zone and dips below the support zone and fills this gap and dip below this value area high, this composite value area high near the 179 level. Again, on the IWM, my expectation is for the week to end it down. I hope you found some value from this video, and if you have any comments or questions, please post them in the comment section below, and be sure to smash the thumbs up to help me promote this video on YouTube. Thank you for watching and stay safe.